the Evangel University Okpoto campus, Ebonyi State. Pastor Ejikeme and Dr. Alaje will retire in December 2022 after spending 44 years in the church. Speaking at the send-off ceremony, the first governor of Ebonyi State, Dr. Sam Egu, lauded the retiring national leaders of the church for their rare leadership qualities and dexterity. The former Ebonyi governor, who is currently representing Ebonyi North in the Senate, described the retiring Assemblies of God Council officers as great men of God who served the church and humanity with humility, dedication, and fear of God. Egu, who was the chairman of the event, observed the church had been very lucky in terms of electing selfless leaders and stressed that the retiring council officers made commendable contributions to the progress of the church and society in general. The Fountain of Life Church, through its Education Support Project, has awarded scholarships to 14 undergraduate students and rewarded 12 teachers for their outstanding performance. It also gave a special recognition award to 7 retired principals from the 6 state-owned schools in Ilupeju area of Lagos State. The head of the Department Education Support Project, Mrs. Elizabeth Ademuye, said the gesture is part of the church's cooperative social responsibility to express and show love to the Ilupeju community. Ademuye explained that the Education Support Program is a way of supporting indigents and giving them the opportunity to acquire formal education. She added that the scholarship was to encourage students around the community regardless of their religion, while beneficiaries were chosen without bias. Shortlisted students were awarded the sum of 120,000 each, retired principals got 25,000, and teachers got 20,000 each. Still to come, Nigerian football star Victor Osimhen bags Globe Soccer Award Best Young Player prize. This story and others will come your way after this short break.
Hello viewers, welcome to this week's episode on Health Watch on Advent Cable Network Nigeria. I am Angela Emeka Ebibo.
What we need as humans is to have a good spiritual life. It's more important than having an abundance of possessions without a healthy spirit.
We have issues that relate to sexual affairs. There is something called consent. If a person says no, that means she or he hasn't given their consent.
My mother delivered children on her own. A baby that is too big, how do you want it to come out without having issues?
Your faith does not negate you going for a medical check or engaging in a medical therapy. It doesn't.
The patient has his own rights, and this right has to do with the right patient, the right drug, the right dose, the right duration. You understand? Even the right time in how it is given.
We live in an era where Christians are very practical avengers and revengers now. Practical revengers and no more forgiveness. And that's why our prayer topic has changed. When the unconverted become church fathers and preachers and pastors, they brought in another prayer point. Rise up. Anybody working against you in your office, fire should come down, consume him, his mother, his father, his children. Pray, 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 pray. And you are praying. Examine yourself. Do you forgive? In your heart now, don't you have somebody you are waiting for an opportunity to retaliate what he or she did to you some 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago? And you are pretending, oh, nothing is wrong. God is watching. God is watching. Nobody makes it into the kingdom of God without habitual life of forgiveness.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Acnn News on the Hour. For more on our top stories, please visit our website at acnntv.com or our social media platforms on facebook.com or youtube.com/acnntv. To be up to date with our news and other programs, download the Avo TV app from Google Play Store, and you can also advertise your goods and services on ACNN TV. Lao Christian preacher who had previously been arrested for evangelism was found dead and badly beaten few days after disappearing. His body was found with signs of torture as two men believed to be district authorities visited Seng Mani's home, saying his corpse was found with his motorbike in a forest near a road to Donkeo village. A villager who is also a soldier and lives in the community north of Donkeo said he witnessed the preacher's abduction as three men got out of a black truck with no license plates, grabbed and violently pushed him into the vehicle and drove away. The villager, who requested anonymity for safety reasons, said at the time he believed the men were authorities arresting a drug dealer or criminal, so he went on his way. The law on the Evangelical Church, which took effect in December 2019, gives Christians in Lao the right to conduct services, preach throughout the country, and maintain contact with believers in other nations, but they still often faced opposition from residents or local authorities in this predominantly Buddhist nation. As residents say they believe Seng Mani was murdered because of his religious beliefs and preaching, as Lao police said they are still investigating the death. The United Nations has expressed sadness over the murder of an aid worker in Damboa, Borno State. A statement on Friday by Humanitarian Coordinator for Nigeria, Matthias Schmel, said the incident was deeply disturbing. The deceased was a staff member of a non-governmental organization, Médecins du Monde. Schmel conveyed his condolences to the aid worker's family and to her colleagues. The coordinator also wished the injured pilots working with the UN Humanitarian Air Service speedy recovery. Schmel said personnel working in the northeast Nigeria deserve respect for their courage and commitment to stay and deliver assistance to people in need. The UN commended the government and the military's effort to investigate the incident and urged them to strengthen remedial measures to prevent a reoccurrence. The military ordered that the soldier be put down after he killed the female aid worker and another soldier. And on sports, African Player of the Year Sadio Mane was ruled out of the World Cup through injury which he unfortunately hasn't recovered from. Mane's omission is a cruel blow to Senegal, who had high hopes of making a long run in the tournament in Qatar thanks to their star forward. Mane suffered a shin injury playing for Bayern Munich earlier this month, but was named in the World Cup squad in the hope he could regain fitness. But on Thursday, Senegal considered that the former Liverpool player will not make it, as the MRI test shows that the improvement is not as favorable. With Sunday's kickoff looming, teams are still arriving in Qatar after completing last-minute preparations. Super Eagles star Victor Osimhen has won the Best Young Player prize at the 2022 Globe Soccer Award. The Napoli forward beat Gavi and Valverde to scoop the prize in a ceremony held at the Madinat Jumeirah in Dubai on Thursday. The prestigious award took place at the Madinat Jumeirah in Dubai on Thursday, 3 days before the start of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Osimhen, Gavi and Valverde were the three finalists for the Emerging Player of the Year in Dubai, and the Nigerian international has beaten the Barcelona and Real Madrid midfielders. Osimhen has had a stunning start to the season at the Stadio Maradona thanks to his 10 goals in 14 appearances across all competitions. A recap of the major stories now. An Abuja Anglican priest, Venerable Ifeanyi Akuna, tells Nigerians that the nation's challenges are enough evidence to inform their choice of who to vote for during the elections. Assemblies of God Church elects Dr. Abel Amadi as the new General Superintendent. And United Nations reacts to the murder of aid worker by a Nigerian soldier in Borno State. And that's all we have on News on the Hour here on Acnn TV. I am Abosede Taiwo. Goodbye and God bless.
Beaming from the nation's capital, we bring to you the good news through various programming, news updates,